This is the NuPhy NuFolio V3. It's a keyboard carrier and stand compatible with the NuPhy Air line of keyboards. If you've had any interest in this product, then you probably went to NuPhy's website and found little more than a single stock photo about it. Chances are that then led you here. So hello, my name's Cameron Doherty. I review keyboards and all sorts of other tech. I've been a fan of the NuPhy lineup for years, dating back to when I first picked up the original Air75, which sits right over here. Now, full disclosure, NuPhy sent this folio over to me for review along with the Air60 keyboard inside of it. However, they didn't have any say about the contents of this video. They honestly didn't even ask for a dedicated video about the folio. I just know that I was once, just like you, shopping for a low-profile keyboard and trying to figure out whether grabbing one of these travel cases was worth the $29 price tag. Now, if at any point during the video you decide you want to pick up one of these, or any other product from NuPhy, then please consider supporting the channel by using the affiliate link down in the video description. In return, you can get 10% off of your NuPhy.com purchase with the code Cameron. And now, without any further ado, let's talk about the NuFolio V3. Beginning with design and appearance, the core parts of the case are made of synthetic leather with a fabric strap and little bit at the bottom. Now, this bottom bit serves primarily as a comfortable hold and I guess a bit of a grip too while you're toting the NuFolio around. There is also a cool patch which shows the NuPhy logo as well as their co-designer Ario Studio. I don't know whether it's Ario or Rio or something else, not sure. Either way, this color is called Nostalgic Tan and is available in all of the different sizes of the Air keyboard. This one, which is the smallest Air60 version, also comes in a Tundra Khaki, which is a nice khaki brown color. The larger Air75 and Air96 variants both come in a sort of white gray that are extremely similar but just slightly different. One's called Cloud Gray and the other is called Lustrous Gray. Both, I'd say, are beautiful and would look especially nice alongside the white version of the keyboard. Moving to functionality, the first question I had when looking at the design of this folio was whether the keyboard was going to fall out of the sides since they're just completely wide open. Now, with this strap closed, you can technically still push the keyboard out if you need to. However, as we'll see in a second, it is held in by magnets, so in normal use, the keyboard fits snug and isn't going to go anywhere. Now, once you unlatch the branded NuFolio snap, nice touch, you see a 3-panel design. There's the one for the keyboard and the other two which can combine to make a stand. If we take the keyboard out for a second, you'll see that there are 4 little slots on the bottom which correspond to the locations of the air feet on the bottom of the board. This helps to align and keep the keyboard in place. Then 2 magnets on the top middle grab onto the metal plate on the back of the Air keyboard. This provides a nice tight hold and keeps the folio and board in place while still being easy enough to remove if you plan to use the keyboard standalone or on top of your MacBook. Yes, in case you are new to NuPhy, the Air feet are designed to do that as well. If you're using this keyboard outside of the case, then just fold it up and throw it in your bag until you're done. The alternative use, though, is to turn the folio into a stand. To do this, we take the top 2 panels and the snap gets reapplied to create a vertical V shape capable of holding a phone or a tablet. Before you ask, I did do a test to see if this could hold a small laptop, and it kind of worked, but it did put a lot of strain on the snap and eventually the whole thing toppled over. If a future version was able to be durable enough to do this type of laptop stand functionality, it'd be pretty cool, kind of like the Logitech Casa pop-up desk. However, I'm not sure that that was exactly in the spirit of how NuPhy dreamed up this product in the first place. Once you're done using your keyboard, you simply undo the snap, roll it back up, and restore the snap, and then you're on your way. It's a very nice solution to make your keyboard portable. Great for a hybrid work environment or if you want to have the best keyboard at the coffee shop. For compatibility, these folios work only with the original Air or the Air V2 keyboards. They don't work with NuPhy's full-size keyboards. They don't officially work with competing brands of low-profile keyboards either. Though technically, if you had one of the same size and the same relative thickness, you could throw it in there and wrap it up and it would kind of work. The only thing you'd miss out on is alignment from the air feet slots and the magnetism, which may or may not be able to grab onto another keyboard. Unfortunately, I don't have any other 60% keyboards, as this is actually my first one, so I can't give any official test results on my end for any other brands. My recommendation, though, is don't buy this unless you plan to use it specifically with a NuPhy Air keyboard. Speaking of, if you're interested, you can find a link to my review for the Air60 keyboard that you've seen in this video down in the video description. From a durability perspective, I don't have much concern about the synthetic leather overall. Going in and out of a bag, it will get nicked and scratched over time, but with a leather like this, it's gonna just build character. What I am worried about is the durability of this strap, specifically where the strap is attached to the back. I would love to see it a bit more reinforced, as having this fail would make the whole thing much less useful. In particular, when you have the Folio in stand mode and you want to break it down, you sort of have to reach around to undo the snap. The first time I did this, I had it positioned like this, I reached behind to remove it, and I wound up pulling on the wrong end. I immediately felt a tearing feeling, and obviously I stopped. That's when I learned, though, that the stitching on the back is not really stitching at all. It appears to be glued based on the part that's coming off and the lack of stitching on the other side. Now, obviously, tugging on this blindly was totally my mistake, but it could be a common one when you're reaching around behind something to remove a snap. And I'm personally afraid to pull any harder and see what might happen. I don't want the strap to break entirely. It's totally possible that it's fully able to handle this type of abuse on a long-term basis with no issue. However, I am not the type of reviewer who intentionally destroys their products. I'm just going to let the potential buyer know that they should be careful and also appeal to NuPhy that I think they should consider reinforcing this a little bit. So that brings us to price. The NuFolio V3 costs $29 for any of the 3 different sizes. I think that it's a niche product, but a pretty solid one at that. As long as you don't go breaking the strap, as I talked about, this thing should last you quite some time and provide safe transport for many trips to the office, the coffee shop, LAN parties, or wherever else you want to bring a nice keyboard. Even with the durability concern, I think $29 is a pretty solid deal just to get something that works so perfectly with these specific keyboards. If you decide that you want to pick one up, you can check out the affiliate link down in the video description, and don't forget to use code Cameron to get 10% off on NuPhy.com. I appreciate you tuning in. Please consider subscribing, as we're really close to getting to our 10,000 subscriber milestone, which was a goal to get to before the end of the year. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.